What's happening, guys? It's Jason Up. It's New 80s Revolution. And we are down here in the newly remodeled cave for a little update to the home entertainment system, if you will. Last week, I broke, apparently, my bootleg Nintendo from a really low budget company, I think. It was the Classic N or something like that it was called. And it worked fine, actually. The deal with that is it works fine if you don't move it around much or unplug the power cord. Because if you unplug the power cord and you put it back in a few more times, you mess up the little power cord port on the side of the system. It's just junk. And it wouldn't connect, and it wouldn't power on anymore. It was over. And I've had a bunch of Nintendos. You know, Nintendo is just a system that is like, it's plaguing me, as the kids say. It's plaguing me. I can't get a solid Nintendo, right? And so I buy a non-working Nintendo, and I get the 72-pin connector, and that works for a little while, and then it's out. So Nintendo, I don't know how we survived as kids, with that Nintendo that was so touchy, so faulty. The Nintendo went, and I've got 450 Nintendo games over there. But the reality is I haven't played Nintendo consistently until I was down here for 3 days with COVID. Like the COVID quarantine Nintendo action was more than like the year's worth. So naturally, when my bootleg Nintendo went, even though I've only played the Nintendo, a handful of times in a year, I needed a replacement, right? I had to have a replacement. Not going to play it that often, but couldn't rest until I had a replacement. And I once again dove into the bootleg market, but I went with one of the more famous names, I guess, the Retron company. They've got the Retron 5 and the Retron 6 now, and whatever. I mean, these systems play multiple games. You got the Nintendo, you got the Sega Genesis, you got the Super Nintendo. I think there are some now that play like Game Boy Advance games or Game Boy games. I don't know. TurboGrafx 16. Who knows, right? So I decided, let me just go with the Retron 2 that plays Super Nintendo and Nintendo games. And it was $44.99. My man Funky Monk said he's had his for. Oh, wait, let's do it like Upstate Johnny does it, right? Funky Monk said, "Hey, I've had mine for a couple of years, I was like, all right, let me get it. And of course you go on the Amazon and you read the reviews, and honestly, the bad reviews are horrible. They're like, this thing doesn't work at all. The Nintendo slot is too tight. Works great for Super Nintendo, not that great for Nintendo. But I figured I'm going to be down here playing Nintendo, I don't know, once a month. And I'm not the guy that sits down here for 4 hours and plays 16 games, right? I'll throw, Double Dragon in there, and I won't take it out until I beat it or get sick of it, which will take months. So I'm probably not going to be pulling a lot of the games in and out, and that seems to be the main problem with these systems. So anyway, we got the Retron 2. There she is with all of her poor reviews, and it will definitely go back. Amazon is very easy to return. It will definitely go back if it's faulty, even weeks from now. I will take it right to the deadline. If something breaks, and it costs me $40, I'm just like, throw it out. But no, I'm getting tired of doing that. So if this doesn't work, or if it works for a limited amount of time, it's going back. But here we go. Here is the Hyperkin Retron 2 system. There is your Super Nintendo port. Here's your Nintendo port. Liam's doing that on purpose, isn't he? He's banging on that floor on purpose. You know, it's got the same pin connector set up there, and that's usually that's the death trap right there. That's where we go wrong, because I heard that the Nintendo games are really tough to get in and tough to get out, and so you're yanking them back and forth, and there go your pins. And that's exactly what happened to another bootleg system I had a couple of years ago. You just couldn't get the games out. Got your AV ports in the back there. That's what we're going to be using. Now my switcher, my 4 switcher that was only $12 from the Amazon, 12 or 13 bucks. One of the ports, one of the you got 4 chances, 4 sections, 4 component sections. You can run 4 devices. The number 1 switch for some reason doesn't want to work. Doesn't work. So I am not going to bother hooking this up to the switcher. I'm going to hook it up to the VCR. Okay? We're going to do it that way. That's guaranteed. So we got the power cord. Here's our power cord. It's your standard power cord. The other thing that I read about these is it comes with a Nintendo style controller, and it comes with a Super Nintendo style controller. We're plugging in here. That went in fairly easy. Okay, no problem so far. We got the adapter plugged in. So it comes with, here you go. It comes with a Super Nintendo style controller, which everybody is just saying is garbage. And so far, I don't know what they're talking about. See, this is why I don't like, picky reviewers. Every review that I watched about this system was like, get the controllers, throw them out because they're just garbage. Well, so far this feels like a freaking Super Nintendo controller. It's fine. Okay, if it starts to not work, well, first of all, I don't have any Super Nintendo games at all, but it feels like a Super Nintendo controller. Here's the Nintendo. Oh, you know what's interesting about this? Well, this is cool. Well, not cool, I guess. This was supposed to come. Let me see. Maybe not. Oh, no, maybe so. No, maybe not. This was supposed to come with an NES-style controller and a Super Nintendo-style controller. I guess the reviews on this that I've watched are a little on the old side because it only comes with 2 Super Nintendo-style controllers. So the older models of this came with a rectangle NES clone. But right here we've only got 2 Super NES clones. That's okay. Whatever. Like I said, I don't have any Super Nintendo games anyway. So I'm not going to be playing that. The who cares part is you can hook up your original NES controllers right there. And I have like 4 of them. So we're going to be using old NES controllers on this one anyway. All right. Let's we'll put those aside. We might use the controllers if I get some Super Nintendo games. Let's hook up the old AV, and I'm pretty sure that you all know how to do this. You do a little plug-in, and you match the colors. See, that's the trick. You match the colors. So white goes with white. Yellow, red, you get it. All right, those are plugged in. So far, we're moving along. So let's, I'll do the rest here. I'll do the rest. Let's get this thing turned on. We'll get our Zenith manual out of the way, because I don't think it's going to tell us how to plug in. We'll get our TV turned on with our $5 Family Dollar remote control. Oh, I have to plug in. Stay right there. I unplug the main power every night because I'm afraid that this 40-year-old system's going to blow up. But hang on. All right, we're plugging in. All right, we're plugged in. Okay, so we take our $5 Family Dollar remote and we turn on our Zenith TV. And we wait because they got to warm up. The TV's got to warm up. Just like your 80s vehicles, you got to warm up your car. You got to warm up your TV. All right, there she is. So we're going to get on to what are we going to get on to? We're going to get a source, and we're going to go the AV VCR. We're going to pull out this Sega Genesis cable, just so I don't have to see it in my way. We're going to turn on the old VCR, and we're going to find the input that the VCR is on. I haven't labeled them yet, but that's okay. I think it's 3. So let's go up here. We'll hit our switcher, and there's our VCR. All right, apparently it's switch number 3. Well, so now we are going to plug in our Retron power pack over here to the surge protector of doom with all 4,000 plugs in it. All right, and now we're going to plug in our AV cables to the VCR. Yellow goes in yellow, white goes in white, and then red just kind of hangs out and doesn't do anything. All right, so that's in. Then we got to turn the channel on the VCR to video 1, I think. All right, so I'm going to get a Nintendo game. I'm going to get a controller hooked up. We're going to see if this bad boy works. I'll be right back. All right, guys, we are here. We've got your classic Nintendo controller, right? The only one to really ever use. And we're going to plug into the side. This is interesting, to the side of the Retron, not the front. No controllers go in the front. We go in the side. So we're going in. All right, our Nintendo controller is hooked up. Everything is on. Everything is ready. We've got a couple of games. We've got Gunsmoke, which is actually a fantastic game. And we've got, I had it here Spy Hunter. We got Spy Hunter, which is a pretty decent arcade port. A good rendition, a good whatever. It's a good. Let's go with Gunsmoke first. Now, I don't care what system I'm using with the Nintendo games. I don't care if it's an official Nintendo. I don't care if it's a Hyperkin Retron. We're blowing in the games because that's how you do. Now, I think every game that I'm going to play, I read a little bit, some tips and strategies. Clean your games. So I think going forward, I'll have some rubbing alcohol down here in the old Q-tip method, and I'll clean the games before I infect the Retron. But blowing on it, that gets everything out. So we're going to go in to the slot here. Okay, we're going to go in and we're going to try to just get it in there with minimal pressure. No, that ain't working. Yeah, we're going to have to put it down. And we need a lot of pressure to get it in. Okay, it's in there. Gunsmoke is in. The big moment of truth. We're turning on the power. And we're turning on the power. And I don't even think the power light is lighting up. No. Nope. Nope, power light's not even lighting up, guys. So let's see. Our system is plugged in. It is plugged in. And we have nothing. We have nothing. And this is outstandingly annoying. Power adapter plugged in. system's not even lighting up. Is this just a dead system? This is just so bad that this happens. I am so tired of stuff right now. Oh, hang on. Hang on. I made a mistake. There's a power button on this. See, I thought you just slid up and down, NES to SNES, but there's a power button, and it turns green. My bad. Okay, my bad. Now we should be able to switch to the NES and get some gun smoke. Ha ha! I was just kidding you guys. I knew all along. But there it is. There it is. You can switch easily from Super Nintendo, which we don't have, to NES, flick of a button, gun smoke, rocking and rolling. Let's see if we can get the controller working. So far, no. Okay, let's do that now. I wonder if it has to go in the second port. Is this... Yep, this is NES 1. Okay, so you actually have to put it in the... Okay, so there we go. So now we're rocking and rolling with some gun smoke. That worked perfectly. We got our old NES controllers. This is actually a really fun game. Just run and gun. Yep, both. Yeah, everything's working fine. Everything working fine. So that's that. So far, the Retron, after day one, game one, is a success. And I would like to sit down here one day and just try to get through this game. This is a hard game. Later on in the stages, it gets harder. But it's a fun game. Alright, so that's that. Now, let's see if we can get Spy Hunter to work. The problem that I've been reading is the taking out of the game. So we're going to turn the power off because there's a power button, you see. You make a fool of yourself and then realize that there's a power button. So here we go. I'm putting this on. So I'm giving this. Oh, not bad. Not bad. That came out easier than they showed on. All right, let's try game 2. This is. Look, I've had no luck with these systems in the past. 3 or 4 of them have been thrown out after like 6 months at the most. So let's try Spy Hunter. Gunsmoke came out just fine. We're going in with Spy Hunter. I want to... Okay, went in with minimal pressure, but still a little push. You got to push a little. So that's in. We power on. Whoops. See, there we go. All right, so we got a little glitching going on here. So we're going to pull it out. It came out wonderfully easy. I'm not sure why we got a glitch. But we're going back in. And we got Spy Hunter. All right. So there we go. Spy Hunter. Great arcade port. Great version of it. I think that's the word I was looking for. Boy, this was a favorite arcade game as a kid. If you watch the camping video, one of them, I was talking about how my campground as a kid had a little game room, and Spy Hunter was in there. And if you remember the arcade Spy Hunter, you had like a real steering wheel, right? So that was cool. But anyway, so far so good. I don't know. Let's go for 3, right? Let's test, because I know you guys want to keep watching me play Spy Hunter. Let's go for 3. Let's do 3 games. Liam, go grab me any game off the shelf that you can think of. Pulling it out. Very minimal pressure. Very minimal gets this game out. Again, that was not what the reviews said. 10-yard fight. 10-yard fight. The absolute worst football game in the history of football. 10-yard fight. All right. I probably have never put this game in ever since I've owned it. So let's see if it works. Ready? We're going in. Ooh. Oh, that does not sound good going in. All right. Power on. Boom. 10-yard fight. Oh, high school, college. Watch this football game, Liam. You know how we played Madden? Look at this. This is Madden in 1984. Ugh. Not good. Look at this. Who's got the ball? The guy in the middle? Wait, what happens here? They're all running. They're all running this. Wow. He just got tackled. They're all running the same. Okay, that kind of looks like football. All right, quarterback can't run. Quarterback throws downfield. Absolutely nobody there. Wow, the referee coming out is like the best part of this game. Well, there's a little, where's he going? Why is he, what's his running? He's only running like half a yard. Wait a minute, what is going on? Okay. So that's 10-yard fight. But here's the good news, guys. So far, the Retron 2 is perfect. And the rumors that it takes you forever to get the game out and that's how you break the pins, not true. It's not true. That's easy compared to some of the other systems that I've had. Getting it in there, you got to kind of push it in there and almost make sure that it hits every single pin. But so far, so good. We got a working Nintendo clone. If I do get my hands on some Super NES games, we can play those too. The Super NES games have a release right here. You press that and the Super NES pops out. That would have been great if they did it for the NES. It's obviously a different connection, but if I do get my hands on some SNES games, we can play them, and this system actually is flawless for Super Nintendo, as they say. But we're going to take care of this. We're not going to drop it. We're not going to overplay it. We're not going to jam those games in there. We're going to take care of this and try to get some life out of it and not bust any pins or not do anything like that. But so far, the Retron 2, $44.99. You got yourself an NES clone that uses the original controllers, which most of the systems do. So I don't know. Maybe we'll do some. We're definitely going to do a top 10 NES list. And what I'll do is I'll probably identify the games, hook them up here, play 2 minutes of them or something, and then that's it. I don't know how to do all the fancy gameplay videos where I'm in a little box on the corner. I don't know how to do that. So we'll do it old school. That's it. Retron 2 works. Lots more stuff. We're actually going to do a vintage horror night sooner than later, maybe this weekend, because I'm excited about this. We're going to do a vintage horror night where we cook together and we watch an episode of Amazing Stories, which is on the straight from TV VHS tape that I got off the eBay. I have no idea what the episode is, but we'll watch an episode of Amazing Stories, cook, and we'll have a vintage horror night. That's all coming up this weekend. So until then, I'll talk to you later. A good night now.